Welcome back to the channel. The United States of America $1 1979 coin is famous for introducing the Susan B. Anthony dollar, the first U.S. circulating coin to feature a real woman rather than a symbolic female figure. Minted beginning in 1979, this dollar marked a major shift in American numismatic history and represented the nation's tribute to Susan B. Anthony, a pioneering women's rights leader. The obverse of the coin showcases a bold portrait of Susan B. Anthony, with her determined expression symbolizing her lifelong commitment to justice, equality, and women's suffrage. Surrounding her portrait are 13 stars, representing the original 13 colonies, along with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, and the year 1979 placed at the bottom. The reverse side features an iconic design adapted from the earlier Eisenhower dollar. It depicts an American bald eagle landing on the moon, clutching an olive branch, a powerful image inspired by the Apollo 11 mission insignia. Above the eagle are the words United States of America, E pluribus unum, and the denomination $1. One of the most interesting things about the $1,979 is its size. It is much smaller than previous silver dollars, making it closer in feel to a quarter. This caused confusion in circulation, and the coin did not gain popularity with the public, contributing to its relatively short production span for everyday use. The $1,979 is also known for several varieties, including the famous 1979 P wide rim/near date, which is considered scarcer and more desirable among collectors. Mint marks for the year include P, Philadelphia, D, Denver, and S, San Francisco, with the San Francisco Mint producing both proof coins and circulation strikes, made from a copper-nickel-clad composition. The coin has no silver content but still carries historical and collectible significance. Its distinct 11-sided inner border, though the coin is round, gives it a unique appearance and helps distinguish it by touch. Even though the 1979 $1 coin did not succeed in circulation, it remains an important collectible due to its historical meaning, short-lived series, and the symbolism behind Susan B. Anthony's legacy. Today, many collectors seek high-grade examples, proof versions, and the wide rim variety because of their relative scarcity and visual appeal. The introduction of the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar marked a turning point in U.S. coinage because it was the first small-sized dollar coin ever circulated nationwide. Before this, dollar coins were large, heavy, and rarely used in everyday transactions. The U.S. Mint designed the coin to encourage Americans to use dollar coins instead of paper bills, hoping it would reduce printing costs and extend currency life. However, the public found the smaller size inconvenient because it closely resembled the quarter in both appearance and weight. The portrait of Susan B. Anthony was chosen not only for her importance in women's history but also because 1979 fell near the centennial of major women's suffrage movements in the United States. The coin served as a symbol of recognition for her tireless fight for equality. Sculptor Frank Gasparro created the design, and his initials FG can be found on the obverse. Gasparro was also responsible for the famous reverse imagery that had earlier been featured on the Eisenhower dollar. The eagle landing on the moon serves as a tribute to America's achievement in space exploration. It connects the dollar coin to a moment of national pride, the Apollo 11 moon landing, reinforcing the idea of progress and innovation. In circulation, the $1,979 coin was often mistaken for a quarter, especially in fast-paced environments like vending machines, public transportation, and retail counters. This caused frustration among users and contributed to low acceptance. The coin's edges are reeded, adding texture to help distinguish it by touch. Despite this practical feature, most people still found the similarities to smaller denominations confusing. The Philadelphia Mint produced both the most common variety and the famous wide rim/near date version. The wide rim variety has slightly thicker borders and places the date closer to the edge, making it noticeably scarcer. The Denver Mint issued regular business strikes marked with a D. These coins are common in circulated condition, though high-grade examples are more difficult to find. The San Francisco Mint created both circulation strikes and brilliant proof coins. Proof versions carry an S mint mark and are highly polished, with mirror-like fields and sharp details. Proof coins from 1979 are especially popular among collectors because of their crisp, flawless appearance. Many modern collections include them as a representation of the highest quality. Anthony dollar from that year. The coin's composition of copper-nickel clad makes it durable and resistant to wear. While it lacks precious metal content, its historical value makes it desirable among U.S. coin enthusiasts. The Susan B. Anthony dollar series ran from 1979 to 1981, and again briefly in 1999. The initial 3-year run produced the bulk of collectible specimens, with 1979 being the year with the highest mintage. Many people saved the $1,979 thinking they might one day become rare. As a result, the 1979 Susan B. Anthony dollar is often described as a controversial success, because although it failed in circulation, it succeeded in starting national conversations about currency modernization. The experiment paved the way for later dollar coins with improved designs. The decision to portray a real historic woman on U.S. coinage was groundbreaking. Before Susan B. Anthony, American coins showcased allegorical female figures like Liberty, making her portrait a shift toward honoring real individuals. The coin's release came during a time when the U.S. Mint was searching for cost-effective solutions to reduce printing expenses. Dollar bills had a short circulation life, whereas metal coins lasted decades, making the Anthony dollar an important economic trial. Many banks initially ordered large quantities of the $1,979 coins, expecting high demand. Instead, they found themselves returning boxes of uncirculated coins due to lack of public interest. The coin's small diameter was one of the biggest complaints among consumers, as they felt it was too close in size to the quarter. This similarity often caused misidentification during transactions. Despite public resistance, certain industries openly supported the new coin. The vending machine industry, for example, had long advocated for dollar coins because they maintained reliability better than paper bills in machine systems. The reeded edge of the $1,979 coin was intended to help distinguish it by touch alone. However, for many people, this feature was not enough to prevent confusion. Collectors appreciate the 1979 wide rim variety because it represents a quickly corrected design issue. Early production runs used narrower borders before the Mint adjusted the spacing between the date and the rim, creating two distinct types. The reverse design's connection to the Apollo 11 lunar landing reflects the national pride of the era. It symbolizes America's pioneering achievements and has remained a favorite among space enthusiasts. Mint sets from 1979, which include pristine Anthony dollars, are highly collected today. These sets preserve the coins in untouched condition, making them appealing for those seeking high-grade examples. Proof versions of the coin were struck using specially prepared dies, giving them a sharper, mirror-polished finish. These coins were never meant for circulation and were sold directly to collectors. The inclusion of Susan B. Anthony's portrait was part of a broader movement to increase the representation of influential women in American historical materials. Her selection laid groundwork for future commemorative coins featuring women. The inscription, E pluribus unum, found on the reverse reinforces the national motto celebrating unity among states. Its presence on the coin ties the design to traditional American symbolism. Some 1979 Anthony dollars show light die cracks or strike doubling, which have become interesting collectible varieties.